Like we always do about this time.
Perfect.
Wake up! Wake up!
Morning everyone, how are we? It is a Monday morning. Welcome back, hope you had a good weekend. You may hear a bit of noise in the back today. I've got loads of slats of wood in there. Sunday I modified my youngest bunk bed. So rather than two beds now, she's got like some easy stairs to get up the side, and there's now like a desk area underneath for her. And now I've got to get rid of all the wood, so it's currently in the back of the Lexus banging around. So if you hear a big bang, don't worry, we didn't get rear-ended. I'm just carrying a few termite hotels. But yes, it's Monday morning, it's absolutely chucking it down. The roads are very wet. We've had like a proper wet weekend. A bit of a storm in and stuff. Lots of torrential rain, loads of places flooded. It's been a bit of a crazy sort of 3 or 4 days for the southwest. But, well, what can I tell you? England, oof. London and southeast has gone on to tier 4. So a complete role reversal as far as, you know, Christmas plans for everyone. I don't know whether you follow the news, but obviously the COVID virus over here has changed. It's, you know, it's changed its genetics and it's now doing a different thing. So the transition between people is now easier, and the southeast is having a high infection rate. So they've moved London and the southeast onto basically like level 4, which is like don't do anything, because you're at risk of, you know, overrunning the NHS and getting very sick. So Boris announced this, and then everyone from the London and the southeast then packed trains and moved to other places and destinations so they could have Christmas. I mean, if that doesn't tell you where we're going wrong, I don't know what else will. We've been told to stay put and hibernate, keep out the way of everyone, non-essential stuff shut, stay in your single family orientation so you're not mixing and spreading the virus. And everyone thinks, well, that I'm gonna spend Christmas where I like. So all the train platforms were pictured at the weekend, absolutely heaving with people, all trying to move away so they can have their selfish little Christmas and probably infect thousands and kill millions. Honestly, just the dumbest thing, really the dumbest thing. I know our health secretary came on the news and said about it, and that he was just kind of disappointed in people, and that was not the intention of going to level 4, was to protect people, not make them move away and then, you know, potentially get on a train and infect everyone on the train, and then that spreads out. You know, it's ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. And this is kind of part of this rebirth of COVID, is idiots that don't do as they're told, and that's why it keeps coming back. So when all these small businesses fail, people get sick and die, you blatantly have these morons to blame for it all, that are just being prize idiots. And I really wish they'd be more strict on them. Like, they should find everyone that bought a travel pass that day, ship them back to London, and actually put them in a makeshift prison, and then fine their asses when they get out. because whoever they kill, they're probably not going to know they've done it because of their stupidity. They get away with it scot-free. They just infect somebody, that person may die, and they'll just go on living their life as a twat. Does my Sweden. Really is a piss take. Morning guys, got the first one in. This is a Nissan Juke. It is a 2014 and it comes with a Nissan stereo, namely this one here. It's full navigation, but this is kind of like more the Renault variant. You'll notice from this is kind of from a older Megane. So this stereo has the Renault wiring in it. She has an intermittent fault with this where the radio will just randomly turn off on its own. There'll be no sound, and then it'll boot back in and it'll come in again and everything's gravy. So there's not a lot really we can do with this because it's original equipment. I have no real way of testing this. It'll only be Nissan or Renault only. But what I do like to do for something intermittent like this is just take it out and give the unit a little shake, because the amount of times that kids put money in here and then as you go over a bump, the coin inside shorts the board out and the radio turns off, and just looking at something can't really tell you that. So I like to get it out, give it a little shake, and just make sure there's nothing rattling inside it, which there isn't. So that kind of puts pay really to this kind of diagnostics, that I can't really do much with it. She said it came on this morning and everything worked fine. With an intermittent fault, obviously it's hard to track down an issue if the issue is not live at the point of test. Of course, you know, why not? Makes my life really, really easy. So for now, yeah, there's not a lot I can do with this other than check the connections, make sure that everything is okay, as in the back of the radio is fine, make sure that the radio does not have a coin in it, connect everything back in properly, making sure that we've got no loose connections or any of that stuff. And then the last thing really is software. The only other thing that could be an issue with this vehicle is that the software on the unit is old and it needs an update. Because, you know, from time to time electronic stuff, it can create its own bugs, its own problems, and sometimes they need a little bit of a flash to make things right. So we're just going to pop this back in, switch the key on, let this thing boot back up. You'll note, there we go, starting navigation, you'll note that I've reconnected the airbag plug here while I've turned the ignition on, so we don't have any fault codes. I'll just run through the check on this. So it's come back in, everything is there as need be. Let's just turn the AC off. Right, now set up system information. Let's just see if we have factory settings. Do you want to reset all factory settings? Not really. No. Software licenses. Right. So what we could do is we could go over to that website there on the Bosch website and actually see if there is an update for this vehicle. See if that is something that needs updating. Grace Note terms this application. California, the software from Grace Note enables file identification music. Oh God, what a disclaimer. So we've got different versions here. 56 pages later, there are different versions of the software and what it does, compatibility, things like that. So I think our next poke with this one really is to throw it into the dealer and get it checked out. Hewlett Packard, BusyBox, Biz2, tools and library, message about bus systems, protocol, copyrights, God. That is an awful lot of information. How many people are involved in this unit? Jesus. But actually, one thing I have noticed is as I'm turning this, the speakers are pulsating, like popping and crackling, which isn't a good sign. Software. Software is provided by the author as is. Oh god, it's about do not create your own software, otherwise we'll sue the arse out of you. And for the next 6 years you'll have Nissan tattooed on your forehead. Jesus. What a load of malarkey. Right. See? Radio's on. No sound. Give all the door check rubbers a little wiggle, a little check. And make sure that we've got no broken wires in the door shuts. Station is not available. Good. Right. Okay. CD, aux. Yeah. Traffic announcements on and off. Phone calls. Radio. What have we got here? DAB list. Heart 90s. Loading. Yeah, do you know what? I'd probably say the software's bad on this one. It's still trying to load a DAB channel. Shut that off. So I'm going to get her back in. This thing's going to go off to Nissan. Get it plumbed for a software update. If that doesn't cure it, we're going to stick an aftermarket unit in it. This one can be swapped. We can do away with the crappy Nissan navigation / Renault. There's not a lot I can really do with this one. Fun times. So I got this dumb idiot on my phone. I've just left him in the car. He's on hold, claiming to be from Amazon, that somebody's trying to buy an iPhone on my account for £1,000. And I'm just prying him for information, and I just keep putting him on hold while I go and research it, and then I come back to him. So I'm just letting the little prick wait a bit longer, and then we're going to go and talk to him again. But it's it's the robot caller that tells you that the FBI are after you. But yeah, apparently my Amazon account has been hacked, and these little so-and-sos have spent £1,000 trying to buy an iPhone 11. So we're going to see what he's doing. I had a call to say that my Amazon account had been used.
Yeah, so have you made any order yesterday? An iPhone 11 amount should be £1,049.
Yes, that's correct.
So you want to authorize that payment?
Yeah, what card did they use?
They use the Halifax debit card.
Halifax debit card. Oh, okay. And what time was this purchased?
Yesterday, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. Okay. Okay. And where is the delivery address?
Should be 22 Linemouth Road.
Lynmouth Road.
Yep.
Right. Okay. And it was £1,000 for a iPhone.
Yes.
Wow. And that was on my Halifax bank account, was it?
They use the Halifax bank account.
Okay. That's really weird because I don't actually have a Halifax bank account.
Okay, but someone using that Halifax card, that's the reason we are calling.
Yeah, but I don't have a Halifax bank account, so I don't know why you're phoning me telling me that somebody's used my account when I don't have a Halifax account.
So you want to cancel that order?
Your scam is not working with me, buddy.
Not a scam.
Knob jockeys, I love them every Christmas. So we just fitted out the coolest VW in the West. Rob's T5 with some LED lights. And they're nice and bright now, not yellow. Look at these hoops. Look at that dish. Huh? Yeah, you're slacking, mate. It's dirty. Awesome. Noon, boys and girls, how we diddling? So I've got this Seat Alhambra in. We did the stereo on it a while ago. They went to another audio specialist who basically fitted them a camera to their standard stereo and then told them it didn't work and charged them 500 quid, which was a bit shitty. So I had the joyous job of actually fitting them a different camera and also supplied them a stereo that it did work on. But the guy's getting rid of the car, so today we're taking the Pioneer out, get rid of the microphone and DAB aerial. We're leaving the camera on it. It's going to go to be sold with the camera still intact, but we're going to take this out and put the standard radio, which is in the bag there, back in this thing. There we go. So this one's done, back to normal. We've got the Pioneer out for the customer, ready to take it onto his next car. Whew. Busy, busy, busy. Everyone's getting their Christmas presents booked. So many people now are like, I want audio for Christmas. Just had a young lady in. She'll be in over the Christmas period, get her stereo done for Christmas. Present for herself, good on her. Right, more of, let's go. Evening everyone. Monday pretty much done. Booked quite a bit of work in, which is always good. Getting the Christmas presents all sorted for people. That's basically what's coming in. It's all the people that bought the best presents for their loved ones. So today, what do we start off with? The Nissan Juke for the radio problem. She's going to go to Nissan, get the software checked on the unit. I reckon that will cure it, get a software update on it. And what else did I have in? Cars and cars and cars and cars. Removal of a stereo for the Seat Alhambra. Rob with his T5 for his headlight bulbs, his LEDs. Booked a Golf Mark 7 in for a kicker sub and amp combo. So quite a bit going on. The Lexus is back on eBay. That runs out on Christmas Day. So somebody's going to get themselves a nice little fat early Christmas present. But other than that, it's cold, it's wet outside, it's raining. I'm going to go home. I will see you bright and early tomorrow. Snap on Tuesday. Let's hope he's got some tools. Jeez. Bye.